Good evening. Welcome to Bizworld. All APAC economies should focus on three key priorities in facing the current global economic challenges brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin said one of the main elements is to reaffirm support and commitment for the rules-based multilateral trading system.
This is essential for our businesses, as market stability and predictability are the central pillars which ensure that trade and investment continue to flow even during times of crisis. A well-functioning dispute settlement mechanism at the World Trade Organization, WTO, which serve as a primary pathway for countries to settle their differences, is also critical in this regard.
Hosted by Malaysia.
He said this in his opening keynote address during the virtual APAC CEO Dialogues 2020 earlier this morning. Malaysia also looks forward to implement the APAC post-2020 vision, set to replace the Bogor goals that reach maturity at year-end. The APAC economies are also urged to bolster digital economy, given the pressing need to generate jobs and return workers to the employment market. Meanwhile, the Premier stressed that the inclusive economic growth is crucial to ensure that no one is left behind, with specific emphasis on women and youth as the backbone of the region's economy. Meanwhile, the economy leaders also shared their views and strategies to cushion the economic uncertainties during the pandemic. Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong hopes every economy in the region would work together towards an open, free, as well as multilateral trade and investment moving forward.
I hope that there will be a more constructive approach, one where countries work together rather than against one another, and one where we aim to harvest win-win gains rather than treat this as a win-lose proposition.
China's Xi Jinping, on the other hand, urges member economies to follow market trends, seize opportunities created by globalization and regional economic integration to become the forerunners of global growth. This is to foster a new development paradigm and pursue mutual benefit as well as win-win cooperation. While Indonesia's President Joko Widodo shared some of the country's priorities at the moment to win over the deadly virus impacts on economy and health. The APAC CEO Dialogues 2020 continue with speeches and sessions by government and business leaders from member economies for 25 hours until tomorrow.
Ensuring business continuity in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic and prioritizing safe working conditions for employees. How do multinational companies strike this balance? Join our host Zahir Kelvin Ong Abdullah to find out more this Saturday, 5 p.m. only on TV3.
Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, MDEC, and Japanese tech investors in Malaysia held talks on Wednesday in a virtual roundtable chat to bolster confidence in the nation's digital investment. The virtual talk is part of an investor engagement plan to further strengthen the confidence in investors and reinvigorate international investment by creating Malaysia as a compelling digital and tech investment hub. In a statement, MDEC said Communications and Multimedia Minister Datuk Saifuddin Abdullah led the Malaysian delegation, while the Japanese investors were led by Ambassador of Japan to Malaysia, Hiroshi Oka. The discussion was aimed at exchanging views, issues and challenges in Malaysia, especially during these unprecedented times. The minister added that MDEC aims initiative to create an investor-friendly environment to facilitate foreign direct investments, easing the entry of businesses into Malaysia and supporting their expansion. The government is confident that Malaysia will be an ideal destination for Japanese investors, especially in contributing to the growth of the national digital economy. Over 90% of OCBC Bank Malaysia Berhad's small and medium enterprise SMEs and home loan customers who participated in the earlier 6-month automatic moratorium program have resumed their original repayments. In a statement, OCBC said it continues to focus on assisting the minority of customers that remain affected. According to OCBC's Chief Executive Officer, Dato' Ong Eng Bing, those affected by the pandemic and need assistance should not hesitate to approach the bank immediately for assistance. OCBC are mindful of the harsh effects of the pandemic on both individuals and businesses these past few months and ready to offer the necessary help to those in need. From November 23rd onwards, the bank also said B40 and M40 and micro-enterprise customers may apply online for the enhanced targeted repayment assistance plans, announced earlier by the Finance Minister. That's all the time we have for Bizworld. I'm Liyana Hassanel. Thank you for investing your time with us.